Yes, yes.
So what I'd like to share today is actually the practice of nonviolence, a practice of compassion that has been very important part of many of the religious life. And especially for us, for the Buddhists, nonviolence is a key. In India, we call ahimsa. So instead of I share some of the thoughts from the Buddhists, so this is very common to the other religion, as I said. So instead, I would like to quote from the Martin Luther King's for his statement about nonviolence. Nonviolence is the answer to the crucial political and moral questions of our time. The need for mankind to overcome oppression and violence without resorting to oppression and violence. Mankind must evolve for all human conflict as a method which rejects revenge, aggression, and retaliation. The foundation of such a method is love. And I just want to add the words compassion and loving kindness to this. So I thank you very much for the opportunity. And I just want to
I'd like to take this opportunity to recognize a good friend, starting to become a good friend, Dr. Philip Rosenthal, who's running for the Congress for the 10th Congressional District.
All right, good morning, everyone. Our hearts all go out to the victims and their families. We pray that God comfort the families and the victims and grant a complete healing and recovery to all those, the many, the hundreds who are injured. Turkey has tragically been the target of terror over and over again, with I believe at least 14 attacks in just the last year, killing about 300 people and injuring many, many, many more. And ISIS, the jihadis, the terrorists, all, they're equal opportunity killers. They're very happy to kill Muslims, Christians, and Jews. And it's a very tragic way in which we are all united, and we must be united in peace. And we are, unfortunately, all at war with the terrorists. And when you are, you must be able to distinguish your friends and your enemies. And you can't mix them up. And Turkey, of course, is a critical NATO ally and friend. And we so greatly appreciate that friendship and appreciate the community here and in Turkey. And such a frequent victim of the terror. An attack on any NATO country is an attack on all of us. And we also need to support all of our allies and friends in this effort, including we have to have clarity that Israel, a nation, civilians have so often suffered these attacks. It's a critical ally, and we're so glad to see the normalization of relations, and all of our allies in Europe that are facing, around the world that are facing these attacks. We have to stand with everybody together. And we have to recognize, as we know so often, the bullseye of terror is upon this nation, this city, all of us individually, and not forget that. And either we stand with our allies, like Turkey and Israel and Europe, together in the fight, or it just gets worse everywhere, including here at home. So thank you. It's been an honor to speak to all of you, and I pray the next time we can gather for a purely happy occasion. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce to you a good friend of mine from Brooklyn who's come to my home. He is a gentleman who has a record of 15-1-1 with 4 knockouts. His name is Boyd Melson. He is the WBC junior middleweight champion, Boyd Rainmaker Nelson,
Hey.
the champ.
I'm going to open this with something I'm extraordinarily passionate about. There's one race on this planet. One. It's called the human race. That is it. The only thing that separates any one human from another, I believe, is how they love this world. There's a sickness going on right now, and it involves ignorance. And it's an arrogant ignorance. There are humans on this planet that believe that the blanket of Muslims means that every single thing that any one person does that they claim under Islam applies to every single other Muslim. And there are those, and I am Jewish, there are those that think, wow, this is wonderful because they just killed each other. Each other meaning bad people killing bad people. They think that they are the same people killing each other and they just did the world a favor. They are not the same people killing the same people. The people that were killed were the same people that were killed on 9/11 in Brussels, in Paris, everywhere. By people that did not love this world the way they should have, and they happen to claim a certain entity that they say represents them. It is our duty to inform every human being on this planet that the thing that makes us common is that we are all members of the human race. And no act of ugliness, evil, horror, terror done by any one person that may compromise any single demographic applies to anyone else because they may share some part of the same demographic. Don't you ever let any human get by without informing them when you see this. Because this is what happens. Evil, and we respond, and we don't need to be here for this. We need to be here because we are loving humanity just for the sake of humanity's love. That is all I have, and you will hear more on other occasions.
I would request Dr. Darren Torture to please say a few words.
Hi, good morning to everyone, and I'm glad to be here. I'm a criminal justice professor here at Pace University, and I'm a former NYPD lieutenant. One of the key things that I preach is there's no such thing as Muslim extremism. Muslim extremism is a myth. These people that created this horrific act are terrorists and they're evil people. These people have no connection with Islam, like the Ku Klux Klan has no connection with Christianity. We need to understand and accept that there's no nexus between the radicalization and Islam. Islam is a religion of peace. We need to understand and we need to embrace it as such. Therefore, we need to exclude ourselves from this horrific group that committed this terrorist act in Turkey. We need to come together as a community and accept this as a group of terrorists and criminals that harmed innocent people. So when we come together, we need to approach this as that. Thank you for your time, and God bless the individuals that lost their lives in Turkey. Thank you.
So, I want to recognize a few people before I call on our next speaker, final speaker. I want to recognize Terry Troy from Staten Island. I want to recognize Ali Chanar. Ali Chanar right there. I want to recognize other Pakistani and Muslim leaders that are here because they all came together within hours. I can't even explain to you. I mean, I really want to thank you all to be here. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce Debbie Al-Muntasir. Please come and please address the community.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace and greetings, my brothers and sisters. I stand in solidarity with the people of Turkey. I stand in solidarity with the people of Orlando. I stand in solidarity with all people who have lost their lives at the hands of terrorism. I appreciate my brother who spoke prior to me and making people understand that it is the world against ISIS and other groups who are killing people. It is also very important for us to know and understand that the largest number of victims at the hands of ISIS and Al-Qaeda are Muslims globally. So it is the world against ISIS and Al-Qaeda and any other groups. And we must stand in solidarity with one another and combat the evil that exists within our world. And us standing here together and showing that we are one human race regardless of our ethnicity, our religion, our nationality, our sexual orientation, or wherever we come from. We are all part of the human family, and together peace shall prevail, and we shall prevail over the evil. And when we are one people against the evil, then we will prosper. I also want to mention that when such hideous acts happen globally, the Muslim American community is also impacted. So I call on all of my elected officials who are here today, as well as others who were not here today, to make sure that they safeguard their communities in their districts and in our city. Because every time that there is an act, a terrorist attack, there is some kind of hate crime happening in some community. I also call on the NYPD to make sure that my Muslim brothers and sisters are safe every night traveling to the mosque and going home from the mosque, because it's really critical that people know and understand that our religious freedom is actually connected to the religious freedom of all communities. So I thank you for being here. Again, I stand in solidarity with my brothers and sisters in Turkey and all over the world. Assalamu alaikum.
I would also like to acknowledge that Abdi Adnan from the Turkish American Federation. Last word. We've got to go to prayer.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out here tonight. To the members, to the families and the victims of Istanbul, Paris, and throughout all other cities and nations around the world, and to the families, I offer them my deepest condolences. And may God give you the patience and the grace that is necessary for you to move on. Terrorism has no color, no race, no creed, no national identity or background. These members who have attacked such cities and such people have only one clear motive, and that is to bring down the human will and the human spirit that unites us as one. And for us to come together as one is one truly remarkable unity that brings us together as one, as human beings. We, the human race, as one. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you one thing and one thing only. We live in such uncertain world. Exercise such vigilance. Terrorism is not going to be just in one specific area in the world. It could be happening in any parts of the world. So be careful, look out for your loved ones, and take care, and God bless. Thank you. Before we wrap up, I'd like to thank again Rabbi Joe Potasnik, Michael Miller, Imam Tahir. Thank you very much, my friend Adhan Yildirim, for helping me put this together. My good friend Ali Chinar, who's been monumental behind the scenes and working with us and bringing this together. Thank you so much, and we'll go to the prayer now.
Thank you. I would like to close with a prayer with our wonderful Imam, Imam Konate from the African American Council. Imam Konate.
Moment of silence, inshallah, before we pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. We're here today, gather here today in solidarity to pray for our brothers and our sisters in Turkey. We're here to pray for the people of Orlando. We're here to pray for the people of France, England, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Niger, Mali. Terrorism has no face. They're everywhere. West Africa is under attack. Anywhere else is under attack. Let us pray, may Allah protect us. May God destroy them, because they don't have no religion, they don't have nothing. They're a bunch of criminals, killers, murderers. May God Himself destroy them. May God protect us. May God bless America, bless everywhere, inshallah. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Imam. One of the other wonderful councilmen who just walked in, I want to just have him to say a few words. Councilman Matthew G, who helped put things together. Please.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank everyone here today. And I want to thank Mo for bringing all of us together, because that has been too much for humanity, too much for our society. After Brussels, Paris, Orlando, now Turkey, how many people should die? How many more people should die? That should stop. And I think that we together, all of us together, as one big family, as one family, we are sending a strong message. This is enough. This is enough. Children, innocent people are dying every single day because too much of those acts of violence. Our society, our humanity can be better. People should understand that doesn't work. And I'm so happy to see so many people from so many ethnicities, so many communities, so many faiths. It's all of us together. It's not about a religion, it's not about the community, the race. It's about all of us together. And I would like everybody from everywhere from the world to come together the same way we come together here today to stop those senseless acts of violence. Thank you very much for being here. And may God bless all of us. And may God be with the family members of the victim. Thank you.
I also want to acknowledge Mo for really playing a great role. Thank you very much on behalf of the community.
Please, any questions? You guys can open. It's all open to questions if you want now. And you can interview the individuals themselves. Thank you so much.